SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles.
Tonight, it's on to Week 10 already, and we've got a good one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
The Broncos take over first down at their own 22-yard line.
They go play action with Eason. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. That is a quick strike, one play all the way to the house. You know, the pass was fine, but that run after the catch, impressive.
An absolute horrible time. Of course, any time like this is a horrible time for a defensive breakdown. But where's the tackling? Where were the safeties? You don't expect him to catch the ball, and next thing you know, he's running into the goalpost this early in the game. That's not supposed to happen.
Takes it at the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play action. Now Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Charles already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. Got an open man, it's Michael Gallup.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
They go play action now. Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, we knew that they were going to come in and try and take some shots down the field, but score one for the secondary there as they come away with a pick.
And, partner, if we knew it, then they had to know it as well, and they were ready and waiting for their opportunity to pick one off.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Jacob Eason. That is caught downfield by Isabella.
There he goes right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Andy Isabella with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
McManus now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Broncos 14, Chargers nothing.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
from the 6. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They go play action with Wilson. Being chased out left. And this one is incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. There's Wilson to throw. And he fires one incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and you play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Pass complete to Judy on the out route. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard strike.
It's 4th down.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
But they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Play action. It's Eason. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Eason sets to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Off
the play fake. Here's Wilson.
Man open downfield is Gallup. He's got it.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Running on first down, Eckler. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now it's Wilson. And this is caught. He's got a touchdown. Michael Gallup from 17 yards out. And the Chargers have got it back to within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make our score 14-7. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this.
And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Those were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Wilson.
Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end, Parham.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punter, Scott, here as he gets this one away.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
Their own 13-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know. He's got a man complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. 87 yards.
And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now 21-7.
Chargers 7.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going.
3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start. Is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Got a man. It's Judy, complete.
And out across midfield down to the 45. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Play action. It's Wilson. Flushed out right. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd down, Eckler. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Here's Eason off the play fake.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great.
He's got a man complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Isaiah Likely.
64 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Chargers 10.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
This one fielded at the 5.
Oh, good return up past the 30. Past midfield. And it'll end there as he goes out of bounds. But a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
This pass finds its way to Williams. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now it's Wilson.
Open man, he completes it to Judy.
Touchdown! Jerry Judy. 13-yard touchdown.
And the Chargers are able to cut into that deficit.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Now for the point after. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score. Chargers 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
A 41-yard gain.
They'll throw on first down with Eason.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack.
Eason, he'll air this one out deep for Davis.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Gabriel Davis.
41 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. McManus's point after is good, and the lead is up to 18 now.
35. Chargers 17.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He's got a man, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
That's into the hands of Eckler. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Again, Wilson.
That's going to be caught by Judy.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Here's Pollard again. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Touchdown, Chargers! Tony Pollard as the first half is winding down.
And the Chargers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point forthcoming. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score Broncos 35, Chargers 24.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
The Charger drive about to get going. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
On first down, Jacob Eason. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw is Wilson.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
And they work this out past the 25.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And the Chargers.
Play action. Now Wilson. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Here's Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Wilson. And now here's another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
First and 10 at the 49.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Third and 2, now Wilson. Got it open, and I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a gain of 20. And the Broncos first.
Play action. It's Eason.
Looking deep downfield.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Broncos will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And just a yard to go here on second down. They go play action with Eason. That ball complete to Isabella. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Here's Eason to throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Broncos are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 24. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. On the play fake, here's Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10. Now it's Wilson. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. Mike Williams, 66 yards. And the Chargers get a bit closer. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up. And
now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because
he's got a man complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone.
First down, Denver.
Now Eason. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Touchdown, Broncos. Nathan Cottrell, a 24-yard touchdown. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. Eason going to drop the throw for it. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
it's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. From the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Brings up 3rd and 14.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Open man, Parham. He's got him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
21 yards. And the Chargers, first down.
On first down, Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Williams, the man in motion left. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson escaping the pressure right.
And that's into the hands of Eckler.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. That'll go for a gain of 7. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Nick Bonito. And the Broncos are going to have it here just past the 25.
That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down, Broncos.
Here's Eason off the play fake.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Derwin James with a pick.
That's back-to-back drives that have looked pretty good. The offense was moving the ball, but in both cases, the defense comes up with a big INT to get off the field.
How about the layers of intrigue that continue to get added as we watch this game unfold? Both offenses, they're a little bit discouraged with how their drives ended. How will each respond now and can either mount another positive series that ends in points for their team? That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
13 yards on the play.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Play action, it's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.